Defense, size, and Joel Embiid, they all travel, and they did, here to Atlanta and dominated for most of the night against the Hawks and win at 127-111 to take a 2-1 series lead. Welcome in, everybody. It is Playoff Central Live presented by State Farm. Brendan Haywood right over there. Steve Smith. I'm Matt Weiner. Good to have you with us. Philadelphia took this game over in the third quarter, outscoring the Hawks by 15 in the third, led by as many as 22, and basically cruised down the stretch. Final margin was 16, but guys, they were basically in control for the better part of the second half.
Yeah, in the third quarter, it looked like Philly just really took over this game, and there was nothing Atlanta could really do. They didn't really have their three-point shot fall in tonight. We've seen in the game one, Atlanta shot 47% from three, or somewhere in the high 40s, 42. And tonight they were only 6 of 23. So the three-point line was the story. If they're not hitting threes, they're not going to be able to beat this Philadelphia team. And also, Trae Young got his numbers, but they made him work tonight. Credit Ben Simmons' defense.
You're right, B. Wood. And I just think Embiid is just too much.
Yeah.
I mean, Clint Capella has had a fantastic year for me, just watching him trying to battle. And then Joel Embiid is not 100%, but he's just moving guys around. It's breaking down their defense. But more importantly, I think for the long term for the Philadelphia 76ers, offensively, I saw some positive plays from Ben Simmons. They went to him, B. Wood. They got a chance to go to him, and just watching it right now, you can't make any mistakes position-wise against Joel Embiid. And then
cash money.
What do you do with that, B. Wood? As a Clint Capella, as a big, nothing you could do. He's going through trouble teams, being able to knock down shots. He can pass it. And then Ben Simmons, if you make a mistake, he puts it on the money. They are just so much bigger than the Atlanta Hawks. Ben Simmons looked as big as Clint Capella. And then down here, Tobias Harris, who's 6'8". It's just hard for the Hawks right now to battle with them. They're doing everything they can. They're going to have to find a way to maybe slow the pace down a little bit more, B. Wood, and just live with trying to make other guys make jump shots that you want to take the jump shot.
It's not a great menu of options defensively for the Hawks. Clint Capella is a really good defender, but just doesn't have the bulk to stay with Joel Embiid. Very few NBA teams have centers these days who have that kind of bulk. And he's playing the right way. You know, he didn't take a ton of shots tonight, 7 of 14. Got to the free throw line. Again, third straight time in this series, he's taken at least 15 free throws in the game.
And that's by design, though.
Yeah, and he had 12.
I had a chance to talk to Doc Rivers, and he said, listen, the first thing he did was sit down and tell Joel Embiid, hey, big fella, I need you to dominate in the paint. But also, I need you to get to the free throw line at least 10 times a game, because that shows how dominant you are. It also allows us to set our defense. That is why they want him to get fouled. They preach that. That's a philosophy. It started as soon as Doc Rivers got there. On the season, Joel Embiid goes to the free throw line 11 times a game. In the last couple of games, it's been 15, 16 times a game. He is just too big, too strong down there. And he's imposing his will, not taking a lot of those. He takes some fadeaways, but he knows how. Now he has a healthy balance of finesse and power.
And I have no problem with it, B. Wood. I think right now is he's seeking contact.
Yeah.
He is trying to physically impose his will. Versus, I thought he was trying to show everybody his skill. Like B. Wood said, he's getting to the free throw line. I'm punishing you. And I think as a big, I didn't have to bang like B. Wood with those guys like that. Even if he doesn't catch the basketball, there was a play he posted up on one block. He rolled Capella all the way to the other block. I just think he's taking their legs. And everybody as a wing guy, you're inching in. You're inching in. And they're giving a lot of offensive lanes for Tobias Harris, for Steph Curry. Other guys, he's making life easy for the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's body blows, right? I mean, even if he's not scoring, there's a price to be paid defensively for all that contact with
then
the
I saw
bigs
the rookie
and all
come
the
in.
attention on him.
The rookie from the Hawks came in. I said, "Woo!" It's just I feel bad.
Okongwu.
He tried.
Yeah, Okongwu might be shorter than you, Smitty.
Really undersized.
He's about
a little
6'7". He's about 6'7".
You're a little small.
You put somebody 6'7" on Joel Embiid, it's going to be lights out.
Not going to go well. And you mentioned Simmons offensively, really on both ends of the floor, number 2 in Defensive Player of the Year voting this season. And I know Trae Young wound up with some numbers in this game, but he did not ever take over offensively for Atlanta, and Simmons was staying on him, basically from the time he crossed half court.
Yeah, and Trae finished with 28, but he got a couple of those buckets late. He probably got anywhere from 8 to 10 points when the game was already decided. But you just see how Ben Simmons is making Trey take tougher shots. I mean, Trey's able to hit that three right there, but whether it's Ben, whether it's Tobias, they're putting guys on him. Trey's able to get down the lane. But at the end of the day, I really liked how Philly played defense, even though these clips are not showing that. I don't know who cut the clips up because this is supposed to be a defensive clip, and they're just showing Trey barbecuing everybody out there. Y'all not going to make me look bad. I'm going to tell what's going on behind the scenes. We have lost control. It has gone off the rails early, but now you say now you see.
I got you, B-Wood. I got you. I will say it.
Hey, what is going on up there?
We're showing a lot of plus minus going with the Philadelphia 76ers, but I will say, I look at it, B-Wood and Matt, in that New York Knicks series, Trey Young, points or not, controlled the pace.
Yes.
And then game one of this series, controlled the pace. Has not been able to control the pace in these last two games.
All right, let's get to the microphone at State Farm.
Hey, we got any of them defensive clips we supposed to have, man? Can we find them defensive clips?
We're going to come out and feature him on the post and be aggressive. But the pass first, I always think when you start him out passing on the post, then he gets aggressive in the game. And he was great for us. It's exactly what we need. With his pace and power, it was great.
Thanks, Tom. Dave McMenamin.
Doc, how much has Ben taking more of a role on Trey allowed you guys to go up in this series?
Oh, it's been big. Him and Matisse and George tonight were the three guys. You know, it's exhausting when you think about what we're asking Ben to do. Follow Trey Young around, follow him around screens, and push the ball up the floor, with pace. That's all we talked about at halftime. And one of my coaches reminded me that he was guarding Trey when I was yelling at him about pace. He said he is guarding Trey too. So it's tough, but he's young, he has endurance, so it's been good for us.
Keith Pompey.
Now, what do you think about Joel's performance? I mean, it seemed like he battled through.
No, he was great. He's patient. They were going to send 2 and 3 guys at him all night. I thought overall he kept his patience. We got to do a little better job on our spacing, honestly, so he can see guys easier. But it'd be good that now we can see the tape and see exactly what they were doing. So, but overall, I just thought our movement, 10 turnovers for the game, I thought told the story.
It also looked like he battled through pain a lot too, especially in that third quarter.
Yeah.
A couple of times he fell down, he hit the knee.
Yeah, he's playing hard, Keith. He's giving us everything. And, as you know, I never ask how a guy is feeling because they may tell you, So, yeah, what he's doing has been incredible. He is going through a lot, I'll tell you that, and it's been great to watch.
Last question, Danny Green, how long do you guys expect him to be out?
I have no idea. It's a calf injury. Just my doctor's degree, I would tell you that calf injuries aren't great. So.
All right. Next, we'll go to Kai Carlin.
Hey, Coach. Just real quick, I wanted to ask you about Tobias as a passer. It just really kind of seems like he's continued to kind of add that to his game. So what have you kind of seen in his, evolution really as a passer?
Yeah, just patience. Kai, they are really loading on him. We showed him on film, the flow pass, the bounce pass are the 2 areas where we're going to need him to be great. And I thought he did it. I thought, I got on him one time. I think he had Trey one time in the post, and he was looking to pass. And that was a little much. But other than that, I thought he's making the right decisions at the right time. And he is in a lot of ways is really one of our he leads us so well with some of the things that he says and does.
And then real quick, what were your thoughts on the bench? Because, as a disaster as they were in the first half of game 2, it just kind of seems like ever since then, they've really given you guys a huge boost.
Yeah, they've been great. Every guy, we put Tyrese in for 1 second and he makes a play. So every single guy